let's see. How we doing? Things getting started here. Wow. Oh, maybe. Looks like we are good to go. Hello.
Don't have it, unfortunately, but I'm curious what it's about.
It's, I think the best way to describe it might be to say it's kind of like a, Diablo style game, but it's, you know, sailing and pirates and broadside combat. But what you do is you go around, you do quests and stuff, and you upgrade your ship with incremental upgrades, sort of like equipment. Yeah, let's we'll just get into it.
Diablo X Sea of Tithes?
Yeah, I wouldn't say it's like I wouldn't say it's anything like Sea of Thieves, honestly. Let's see. I've got a few quests. One of the kind of problems with it is how you have to go through the quests in order to unlock all the different types of ships. I learned something the other day that is a little annoying, I guess. Because I was having issues with it, was the fact that all the quests, you have to like talk to specific individuals throughout the game world, and not every individual is at every, you know, region. But I did find out that if you go into the Rumors tab, or the Gossip tab, and you can actually type in the name of a character that you're trying to find. Like, I don't know if I can search this character, but asked about Bella. She can be found in the province of Bird's Eye Abyss. Interesting. So it gives you the little description about her, but it also gives you where you can find the characters. So now I can click on Bird's Eye Abyss, and it shows me, oh, if I go here, that's where I can find Bella potentially. So that's something that I've been actually kind of struggling with in terms of doing quests. But now that I know that I can do that, that's to make things like a lot quicker to go through. For the thing is, another thing is that your quest progress doesn't carry across servers.
Oh, well, that looks pretty complex. Good to see it has those tools to look up quest stuff.
Yeah, it's got a lot of good in-game stuff. But yeah, so like I've got my ship here. With my current ship and the size of it and whatnot, I can have this setup of equipment. So, you know, I've got a couple of sales slots, and then the way I'm currently just kind of using the default what the ship kind of came with settings effectively. But like, what you could do is, if you wanted to, you could go ahead and skip out on having any cannons, and you could just have like a completely hull like in every single slot. Then I don't think you necessarily need to have crew attached to every slot either, but I haven't fiddled around too much with experimenting with different layouts. But yeah, what you do is you sail around. I've got a couple of quests that are kind of hidden under your comments so far, but the point is simply that I just need to go to various places and do certain things. The primary quests throughout the game kind of lead you through like the different types of repeatable quests that there are. Dragon's Maw has come under siege by pirates, so that's a thing. That's another thing, is that all the different regions can come under attack by pirates at any given time, and then you could go and do like a sort of defense mission at that region. I don't think it's necessarily a bad thing if you ignore that and you continue working on stuff, and if you don't have any particular reason to go to those regions. Right, so before I found out about that thing with the finding where certain characters were, I was just picking up quests that would have me go to random locations. But we're going to continue this story quest, where I have to locate Belafrad and work through that quest line, because once I get through all the different quest lines, I'll unlock all the different ship types, and then eventually, once I have all the ship types, I'll also unlock the ability to do raids, which I guess are more advanced versions of some other things that you can do in the game. But yeah, let's work on the different quests. So I can call in allies here with a couple of my abilities that I've unlocked over the journey, and I just got sunk immediately. Okay, that was kind of a pointless
What would
start.
raids look like in this game? Oh, whoa, that's gonna be interesting.
Yeah, as far as I understand,
QWQ.
yeah, as far as I understand, the raids are like really high level stuff. Like I think as far as the whoops, one of those was my ally. I thought that was all enemies. But I think there's like no friendly fire for a lot of stuff. I'm also like I also have my skills set up as a support, so it would be a lot of fun if I could get other players to join me, because like I'd be supporting some more damaging classes. But I mean, I can do a fair bit of damage. The quests are set up to not be too challenging, regardless. So did I like fail the quest? Oh, there she is. Bella's ship once again pulls up alongside yours, and her familiar figure jumps across the gap, landing gracefully on your deck. You again? That sounded grateful, but why are you here? I have an idea what happened to you. Oh yeah, also also when you first start up the game and you go through like the initial like startup dialogue to select like some of your whether your character's pronouns or he, she, and whatnot, and but the other thing that you can select is whether to have it be pirate speech for your character's dialogue. So I was like, yeah, of course. Why would I not have pirate speech? It's just like the silliest, like extra bit of flair to the dialogue. Alright, so I know what happened to you. Last time we played,
LOL
we
Pirate
learned a
Speech
lot
is
about
awesome
her
in
past.
every game it is in.
Yeah, so we learned about her past a bit in the last time I played. The scowl on her face gets deeper and gestures for you to follow. I'm going to mentally correct the typo. Not here. She leads you to your own quarters and closes the door behind you for privacy. What is it you think you know? Okay, we'll explain everything we found out. Let's see. Let's see if I can remember some of the details. She had a run-in with a pirate called the Butcher, and the Butcher had used one of her closest friends as kind of bait to get her to seek him out in the first place. She almost died to the Butcher, but she survived and is now kind of trying to hunt down as much pirates as she can to try to find him, to either avenge her best friend or to locate her best friend. We're not sure if her best friend is alive or not. And I feel like there's another piece of information that I'm kind of forgetting, but I think that's the like most important part of it. She listens quietly as you tell her about the note, botched kidnapping attempt, the rescue at sea, and the missing friend. Her face remains impassive. Not quite. Alright, what did I get wrong? First, answer this. Why do you care? Why are you digging into my business? She continues to scowl as she waits for your reply. Just trying to help. Marseille is paying me. Marseille is the in the same faction as Bella. They're both part of the Valiant faction, which is the pirate hunting faction anyway. So like her hunting pirates, I mean that's basically her job anyway as a member of Valiant. But she's kind of like she's been like going at it really hard ever since she like had that botched attempt on her life several months ago. Is there have to be? Let's see. I think I'll just say I'm just trying to help. Right, and no one is paying you. Well, it's sure honest. Yeah, Marseille. Well, at least you're honest. She signs and glances off to the side before continuing. Well, if you're gonna insist on sticking your nose into my business, I might as well tell you what you got wrong. She walks over the window, looks out in the open waters for a few moments, lost in thought. First, my friend is dead. That's unfortunate. Raises her index finger into the air to hush you. Not in a letter sense. The friend I knew is very much dead. The Jaylee I knew is long gone. Oh, this is, let's see, 30 years ago when she got caught up in something she shouldn't have. She made some friends that introduced her to some extreme ideas. Is the butcher her friend? Like, her former friend? Is that what it is? Little by little, she changed. She grew more hateful, more distant. She started blaming her problems on others instead of dealing with them like an adult. It was a slow, gradual process. I should have seen it and stopped it before it got as far as it did. But I was busy, simply fell out of touch. Pauses and leans her head on the window. I laughed when I learned that Butcher put a mark on my head. He never had a chance, or so I thought. Weeks later, I received a ransom note from him claiming that he has Jaylee held hostage. He wanted me to come alone and fight him one-on-one. Her scowl gives way to sadness. My time with the Valiant has made me soft and far more trusting than I should have been. I thought it would be honorable combat. It wasn't. Although Butcher swarmed my ship with half a dozen of his own, I held my own. It was a close battle, but I emerged victorious. Bruised and battered, I boarded his ship with what remained of my crew, and found Jaylee in his quarters. I feared her, turned my back to her, searching for Butcher. The next thing I know, I was on the floor, my head ringing, my hands bound behind my back. Just square in the eyes as she says next part. Turns out Butcher died months ago, and Jaylee was the one in charge. She assumed the command of his forces and started to rule in his stead. I came to save her, only to fall right into her trap.
Damn QWQ Riv Najark incoming.
Dang, yep. Yep. So, yeah. Just as we suspected as soon as she started talking about it, yeah. Jaylee is now the Butcher. God damn. Like a Dread Pirate Roberts, only not as honorable. Not as honorable as a good old Dread Pirate Roberts from, from Princess Bride. She kept me chained for weeks, tried to break me. She should have killed me when she had the chance. I escaped the first chance I got. Now I'm hunting her. When I finally catch up with her, I will not make the same mistakes she made. There will be no chains, no parley,
Jaylee
only
wanted to
death.
get rid of her former friend.
I don't know. I guess she was just really brought into that pirate fucking mentality or something. She takes a deep breath, scowl on her face lessens. And now you know. So you can run back to Marseille and tell him to just stay out of my way. Jaylee was my friend. This is my business. It's my responsibility to bring her to justice. Can I help? She looks thoughtfully for a few moments. If you want to help, find Jaylee's hideout for me. I haven't been able to find anyone that knows where she's hiding. Find that for me, and I will be in your debt. I'll try. She shakes her head.
Throws Labor.
I admit, it was nice to talk to someone about this. Don't usually do this, but you were persistent. In any case, I better set sail. Appreciate the assist, Captain Fission. Good hunting, Captain Fission. She gives you a respectful salute, takes her leave. See ya. Okay. Alright, so now we know more specific information about her situation. We can let Marseille know, and then we can try to find the hideout. This is Windward Horizon. I've been playing this game for a while now. Let's see. I have business in both Nashlau and Bird's Eye Abyss. I think I wanna. Oh. I don't. Nashlau is not close enough. Whoa. Let's see. Isn't it down here? I forget where it was. There it is. I'll head there first. So unfortunately, the music doesn't quite match with some of the quest dialogue, but I do enjoy the music a lot. Like, it's pretty fitting overall for the game. You're just sailing around, running quests and whatnot. This ship is kind of in my way. Wow, it's knocking me off course. What did you do?
It's really nice travel music.
Mm-hmm. It is. Oh, And I think I learned something else, is that eventually I'm going to be able to more or less fast travel once I have enough reputation with every faction. I'll be able to more or less fast travel inside of towns, or to get out of regions. So I'm like in a region, I'm heading to a town. I think that once I have enough reputation, when I enter a region, I'll spawn at the town. I think that happens to me already with one or two of the... Are you serious? Could you not? Rude. I think that already happens with a couple of, with possibly what is it? Sojourn? I think with Sojourn, I end up being able to get into those regions. Like, I'll spawn at a town when I enter a Sojourn region. In fact, we can maybe test that out now that I understand what's going on. Fine day, innit? Oh yeah, that's the courier run.
Is that what Pirate Road Rage looks like?
I guess. Let's see. So we can enter a town. Abe has something to say to me. I think it's just... Yeah, I guess Abe is just a permanent location where you can like switch to Sojourn. Although, since I've already joined Sojourn, I can switch to that faction anytime I want. So, like, I've unlocked all the different factions. I can switch freely whenever I want. Like, yeah, I don't know. I actually don't have a current quest for stories that I need to progress on. I think, hold on, if I look at, which one? This one, Story Journal. Let's see, good sailing. Do you have, okay, that one gave me a blueprint. I'm done with that quest. Fisherman's Gambit. Oh, I guess I could work on the shopping list. Although, I think I need to get most of my towns to level up before I'll even find these high-quality goods. Exceptional quality lumber. I don't know if I can even find that yet. Let's see. Can I type that? Exceptional quality lumber. I can sell exceptional quality lumber in all these locations, but it doesn't tell me where I can buy any. What about steel? It can be sold in locations, but I can't get it anywhere. Oops. Silk cloth. Nobody's ever heard about silk cloth in this town, apparently. Okay. What if I just say silk? Let's see if that... No, okay. Interesting. But yeah, so the point is yeah, I can't find those materials yet. In order to get towns to upgrade, I need to sell them, I need to sell town supplies to various towns to get them to upgrade. So, oh, this is some of my stuff that I have in storage right now. I have some different colors. That's another thing. So, like, on top of being able to customize your ship's stats and stuff by getting things to upgrade it and whatnot, you can also do cosmetic changes to your ships by finding sail patterns and then these different colors for things that you can use as well. So I've got my ship to be all nice and orange and whatnot to match my kind of color theming. Yeah, it's pretty fun. And then Syndicate is actually a extra faction that kind of emerges as you've gone through certain storylines. It was specifically Threat Deception, I want to say. Yeah, she got Roger to do something for her. Do I need to talk to Roger? Roger Wales. Member of Valiant. He can be found in Messel. We could head to Messon and see if we can talk to Roger about stuff. I do have a drop off in Bird's Eye Abyss, which is actually one of the towns that I've set up myself. Alright, so let's see. Is there anything else to do in this region? I could pick up a quest or something. So these are the quests I was referring to, as these are like, I assume that the I don't know why this keeps happening. Why is this like scrolling to the top randomly? So I'm like looking at these quests. These co-op quests. I assume that these are similar to what raids will be, where you go to a region and then there's like a bunch of pirates attacking, and I'll do one of these quests actually. Let's see, I'm gonna do a syndicate one because I need to progress on syndicate
Oh
action
wow,
loyalty
that's a
anyway.
long list.
What was the long list? Just the amount of quests you could pick up?
The sheer volume of quests, yes, 3.
Yeah. Well, it's because the this region is pretty well developed, so it has a
Does the game scale the difficulty to the amount of players?
No, sort of. So when you create the world map, when you originally create the world, you can select one of two difficulties, and it's either quote-unquote solo difficulty or multiplayer difficulty. And it says that, oh, solo difficulty is a good setting for 1 to 3 players, and then co-op difficulty is for 4 or more, and whatnot. So. And then it says, and then it also says that the rewards don't really change based on which difficulty you play on. So it could be the case that you might as well play on the solo difficulty to get your initial questing and ship build up and whatnot, and then once you have like maximum talents, that's another thing, is that I was playing on my own at one point. Join the fight quick. This, I assume raids will be similar to this, where there's like a control bar, and you go to a randomly generated region. So like this region isn't a region that I can ever come back to once I finish up here. But while I'm here, I can. The reason I came here was for the quest to do try to help the region fend off pirates, right? So it's randomly generated, and it's not part of the main world where all those towns were that I could have gone to. But I can come here, do this quest, and then I'll get the quest rewards. Plus, then I'll be able to shop at the towns once we complete this area. Assuming we win. If we lose, then I'm kind of SOL. But I can pick up stuff as I'm fighting. Like as we sink enemies, they can drop some supplies and whatnot. So like I'll probably get some stuff that I can. This is for a quest that I have. This crate here. I'll probably get some stuff that I might be able to use to upgrade my ship, depending on how lucky I am. Let's see. So yeah, the game doesn't directly scale, but it's a setting that you have when you create the world. Also, you don't have to play on a server to play with your friends. You can use the Steam. They've like integrated with Steam, so if you have a friend that you want to play with, you can in fact. Oh gosh. Oh, they sunk immediately. If you have a friend that you want to play with, you should be able to just set up your server, and then once you've got your world set up, you should be able to set it to just allow friends to join or whatever via Steam. I don't know how that works. because I haven't done it, but yeah. So I'm fighting these pirates. I've got my abilities that I have. Yeah, that's rough.
That's awesome. Love when games have settings for solo play or coop.
Yeah. And the music
Those
changes.
look dangerous.
Music changes when you're in combat. So like another thing is, like I said, I play as a support, so like I don't really do a lot of damage, but I can heal both myself and allies pretty well. Oh gosh. I think I missed my opportunity to click on that thing. Click on this. That summons an ally. I don't know how good of an ally, but it summons an ally. This is actually, this specific ability is a quest reward that also unlocked the Syndicate faction. So these are all enemies. I don't have any, like, there's AI allies in these battles as well, but I don't see any around me, so I'm not. Let's launch that. Got an ability that sets a big fire on top of the water. God damn, where are all my allies? Are any of my allies in this region right now? Goodness gracious. I must be fighting elsewhere or something. Come on, keep going.
Is there a penalty to sinking?
So actually no. In this case, I mean obviously you're down for like 10 seconds or so. But in these control battles, the actual penalty is when your AI allies are sunk, according to like this tooltip that pops up. That I'm not gonna necessarily read through while I'm trying to also do the battle. So there's not really a downside to yourself sinking so much as just not being in the fight for a couple seconds. And then you have to respawn at a faction-controlled location. And I assume that I wasn't able to respawn there. You can choose your respawn point, but I assume I wasn't able to respawn there because I died right on top of it. See, here's where most of my allies are. I've gotten close enough to like see their range of sight or whatever. I don't know how the line of sight works in this game. That's something else that confuses me sometimes. If I go up and join this battle, I'll be able to help out and keep my AI allies from getting sunk as often, to some extent. So my build also is based on the diplomacy rating, which does in fact improve my explosive barrel to some extent. So I do have a good amount of damage that I can do, but it's basically like burst damage or whatever. Like I have to wait for the timer. Like I still have cannons. I don't know if maybe it would be good for me to consider like switching out my cannons for hull. If I can have hull that specifically gives me more diplomacy. Oh my god. Well, that one just insta-killed me. Just got insta-murked. Let me respawn here next to where I died-ish. Yeah. And all my AI little allies here. Yeah, so basically you're kind of like an extra... you're... in these battles you kind of play as an extra ship. And you're just trying to help out your allies, which I think generally your allies are weaker than the enemies that spawn. It maybe depends on like the type of mission that you choose. Damn it! See, I died right there. So if I select like this one, I'll be closer to where. Or not, I'll get spawned completely outside of the entire fucking map. What?
This mission was marked for coop, right?
Yeah, it's marked for co-op, so that's kind of part of it. part of the difficulty level. And then also, like, yeah, see, here's my allies have 53 respawns remaining. The pirates have 46 respawns remaining. So that's how you can tell how you're doing on the mission. And then again, like I said, my build is more for support anyway. So I would be better off if I was actually playing co-op and was supporting somebody who was more damage focused. So here's the talent tree. So there's defense, offense, and support, which is what I'm building towards. Ouch. If that lands like directly on them, the fire can like follow them around. I don't think it has to land directly on them necessarily, but if it's close enough, it can like change. It can like basically stick to the enemy, depending on how well I aim that. This I think I could set this to be manual aim, but yeah, if I hold the button down, actually, I've got the manual aim. But I can also just tap it to have it just automatically go after a nearby enemy, basically. And this, I can aim it as well, but I also, if I tap it, I get 3 of it, so I don't know how that works if I manually aim it. It looks like manually aiming, I can't even actually use it. Maybe I have to like click? Okay. I don't know if that fired all 3. I wasn't paying enough attention. Let's see. I guess it sent all 3. God. We're all like grouped up. This ain't great. Right. Yeah, so if you like broadside combat, like this can be a good game for you. And it's very arcadey in the sense of these abilities that you can use. It's not realistic at all, but it's fun. And that's where I say it's kind of like a Diablo with like, again, how you can build your ship up, and then you have these abilities that you can cast, and then you can choose different builds between support, offense, defense. Because like you got each of these stats. Like I said, I'm going with a diplomacy build with my support skill. It is like a lot of these skills are like benefited by having more diplomacy. Right, and
the game looks interesting, better than a lot of pirate games I've seen in a bit.
Yeah, it's a good option out there. I think a lot of the criticism that I've seen on the store page is like, oh, with like I said, I have like there's the towns, like you can upgrade them with supplies, but like each of the towns have tooltips that imply that the towns can be upgraded by just doing trading and making sure that each town gets the supplies from trade that it needs, but it doesn't really. It's not always very clear what exactly how that works, or if it works. It seems like the only thing that's really consistent for building towns is just selling supplies. And some people just feel like that's, like you can do trading and you can make money by, buying low, selling high from every region and whatnot. Get past it. Good that you're capturing that, but you're in my way as I try to go and help some allies with some enemies over here. Although I think I'm late to the party and none of my allies are here. Or I'm early to the party. Ow. I'm on fire. And I think I just set my ally on fire. Again, I think there's no, like... I don't think there's much, at least on this difficulty setting, I don't think there's much, like, friendly fire damage that you can cause, but... Also, fog barrels are a thing that exist, so that's what you see. Enemies and allies are using fog barrel abilities. That's actually a skill that I haven't selected on the diplomacy line. I'm gonna go launch an explosive barrel at someone, and I just died. Right. But yeah. So yeah, this is where it would be more fun to have some friends to play with and have some allies, so have some more useful allies than the AI kind of are. Or I just like need to get even better at kind of positioning myself to be more in that support role of being kind of behind allies, launching my water barrel to heal them, clean their ships off from fire and explosive debris and whatnot. Set him on fire. Set me on fire. I don't have any allies in this area.
Solo support is tough in any game QWQ. I hope you find some PPL to hop on with you.
Yeah. And the other thing is I can go on to like some other public servers that more often have other players. But I kind of wanted to play on my own server to go through the stories and whatnot, the game's quests, and not end up feeling any pressure. Like I don't want anyone to like get interested in having me join them or whatever and be like, oh, you should, you know, burn through those quests real quick. I like to you know, take my time and experience a game I'm interested in and get involved with the stories and quest lines and whatnot. I've been reading all the quest dialogue and having fun with the stories. I like to take my time with some of that stuff that other people like. I get it. Like coming from being a RuneScape player, I understand that a lot of people like to just kind of blaze through the quests and whatnot. But I've always enjoyed seeing what the writers have to offer in terms of a story and whatnot. Whoosh. I'm gonna stop. Go. Get out of here. Yeah, so I'm gaining reputation and I'm also gaining experience. Right, I was mentioning, so I have level 30, so I'm actually at my maximum level, but as it turns out, I have unallocated talent points. Oh, I didn't realize. Let's go ahead and, oh, I can't use them while I'm in the middle of battle. Whoosh. Light them up. Right, so yeah, I'm picking up some supplies and stuff as I've been doing battle. Nothing that's at the quality of my current stuff so far, but also some like trade goods that I can maybe sell somewhere at some point. Can't get close enough to help that ally. A little late, but they survived anyway. Yeah, and yeah, so my server is public, so if anyone happens to be watching and happens to have this game or get this game, they can join. Oh, also there's a free demo. There's a completely free demo that you can play that lets you get to like level 10 in skill points and get like the first 2 or 3 levels of ship. I think when I did it, let's see, I did 3 streams, and I think they were all about 4 hours each. So I was able to get like, 10 or 15 hours out of just the demo before deciding to get the full game. Unfortunately, what that meant was that when I got the full game, all the quests that I had done.
We'll give it a try later.
Yeah, all the quests that I did on the demo when I think the problem was that I don't think I was able to transfer the world that I created for the demo. I don't think I was able to use that as the world for my server. I probably could have. I don't know. The thing is, I think I also could have continued on it without necessarily making it the server. I could have just continued on that world as it was. So the quest progress you make is tied to the world that you play on. So the fact that I started a new world, I've gone through. There's a couple of quests that I've gone through multiple times now because I've played both on that demo world, and I've also played on another random server, kind of just for fun outside of streaming it.
Oh damn QWQ, once you get the mechanics down, catching up isn't too bad, right?
Yeah. Well, especially now that I know about, that's the other thing, is now that I know about the fact that you can go to a town and be like, and you can type in the name of a quest character, and it'll tell you what town they're at. That makes things a lot easier too, was because that was something I was struggling with a little bit, was like, oh, in order to continue a quest line, I know that I need to talk to a character or whatever, but I'm not given a thing that says like go. I'm not given like a quest dialogue or anything that's like, oh, go talk to such and such character. So like it's now that I know that I can just type that into any town and figure out where a character is, that makes things a lot easier. In terms of like in future worlds, if I have to like re-go through all the quests again, I should be able to do it more quickly. Oh gosh, we're out of respawns for both the allies and the pirates. The other thing is that like supposedly capturing and capturing the towns and whatnot will also affect the amount of respawns left for each of the teams. So hopefully we can sort this out. Otherwise, it seems like we've more or less completed this. All we have to do is finish off the rest of the pirates that are on the that are still alive, and then recapture all the towns, and then we'll complete this quest. Team domination. Got a ship, doesn't have cannons, use them for a worthy cause. Sink pirates, be the hero you're meant to be. Expect a difficult privateer tier challenge. Extra caution advised. Capture towns, drive out enemies in order to win. And then I'll get this legendary quality item. Oh shit, I've gotten stuck on a reef or something. Oh yeah, I can summon some allies here. That'll help. That'll be like extra allies on top of. I wonder if they end up counting towards the ally count on this if they die. I kind of wish the battle music would last longer. Like whenever you die, like the battle music will tend to stop, especially if you respawn a little further away from the battle. And it's like I'd rather continue to hear the battle music as we're in the middle of a battle in the region. I think like the battle music should just continue when you're working in a region for this type of quest. Yeah, I think it should just
Sailing
continue
up to the
put
enemies
it-
peacefully 3.
Yeah. Yeah. La 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 la. Do 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 do. Yeah, that landed closer to an ally than an enemy. That's rough. Do, do, do. See, now we got the battle music again. Oh wait, that's an ally. That was an enemy. That's the other thing, is like the enemies can have just about any type of hull customization, and so can allies have just about any type of hull customization. Like the allies are most likely going to have a hull that matches the color of whatever faction they're with, but again, the enemies can have just about any hull color whatsoever, it seems like, so that gets a bit confusing sometimes. Like, it's not always easy to tell at a glance who's an ally, who's an enemy, until you like hover over them and you see their name
How
is
much can you
green or
change your
red.
ship's type and appearance?
There are a number of ship types, and then well, you can have a primary sail pattern, which for me is this like fire or whatever, and then you can have a background sail pattern, which, you know, the color of this color is like the primary color of that pattern. So if I take these off, so now I have like the default sails of the faction I'm with. I guess that's the default. And then with this particular type of ship, these sails kind of just continue the colors from the bottom of the pattern, which is kind of weird. I feel like that should maybe be... I don't know if there's a way they could change that so that it only continues like any background color rather than... Because like we've got this long leg for this spider going on here. But yeah, so if I do this, that will put on that, and I guess that's still the background color, I guess, is still the based on my faction, I guess, looks like. But I can also change the sails colors, the primary color of the sail, by using these. I think that I can only change the primary color. I don't think these do anything unless you have a secondary image. So I can then put on this image, and then like, oh, now that's my primary image. And then I can use this to affect the background of what I have with that as the background color for that. And then these don't do anything. But something else you can do is you can put an image as the background image only. That will be kind of your only image, but it will be, rather than the color that it is, like this is supposed to be like this green, I guess. And we can put this red background to show, like, yeah, it's got this green color, but the background color, it's like a what is it? I'm blanking on the words. It's like a transparency or whatever. But then you do this, and then it doesn't have that color, and then you can affect the color by using these, and that changes the color of the thing itself. So, you know, my main sails are still the purple of the syndicate, and then I can change the color of the... I think that this particular pattern only is affected by these two slots. I don't think this slot does anything for this particular pattern, as far as I could tell. So that's why I only have the 3 colors for this sail pattern right now. So what I like, so, you know, I have that as the main thing, have that as my background color, change the color of this, and then the color of that's kind of what I have set up right now. So yeah, there's a lot of customization in terms of your appearance in that sense, and then also the hull itself. I've got these colors. I don't really want to mess around too much with how it is. because I get confused sometimes. So, you know, I guess again the default is based on what faction you're with.
Are they all available to Fiowo?
All available to what? To what?
For free.
So yeah, you get the different colors. Once I complete this quest that we're doing.
Horribly XD.
Yeah. You can get these different dyes. Yeah, they're all available for free. Like, you can actually do pretty much all the customization in the demo. Like, most of the customization that I started with in the demo. A lot of these colors I had gotten. But you can get the different dyes from quests. You can get dyes from there's certain activities like fishing and ship salvaging. And then also, like, here's some fish. Do I even have the fishing ability right now? Depending on your crew, and maybe I can't during this type of quest as well. Your crew can have certain skills. They have treasure hunting, walk the plank, field repairs, and treasure hunting. Yeah, so I don't have the fishing ability with my current set of crew, so maybe I can't fish because of that right now. Which is a little annoying. But you can also do you can also do fishing if you have a quest that needs you to do fishing to do it. Like anytime that you pick up a quest if you pick up a quest that says, "Oh, we want you to do some fishing," you'll have the fishing ability even if your crew doesn't have it. But yeah, once I capture this whole region, I'd be able to shop at the towns, and you can buy dyes from the different towns at the town shop, basically. And then, yeah, like I said, you can get the dyes from fishing and whatnot as well. So this one is changing the floorboards. This one changes the trim. This one is like this one's like just the mast, which is already black, so it's pretty hard to see the change. But the mast is what that one changes. This one is for the kind of the outer hull color, and then this one is for the lines that connect the sails together and whatnot. So lots of customization there in terms of like what you can choose for your ship's colors. I think we've already won. I can click end match and we'll. Let's do that. And Hanbarani is victorious. Also,
looks like a really solid system.
Yeah, this seems to be like exclusive to my particular server right now, but I can't. The amount of repairs that I've done.
Your ship looks pretty cool.
The amount of repairs that I've done doesn't get listed in the. It seems like that's exclusive to my server for some reason. I must have like something out of date or something. Maybe I need to like create a new world in my server to get some updated systems or something. Right, so now I can. So yeah, this is a random region that like isn't part of the bigger world normally, but I can go into these towns and they usually have really cheap town supplies, which is really good for me because I'm trying to upgrade all the towns in my regular world. Yeah, and then this is where you can buy colors and patterns. So like it's kind of RNG what you can find for colors and whatnot, and it'll be a I forget what this system is, the number and letter system for the color. It's just kind of RNG. And then the patterns, like there's just all these different types of patterns that exist out there, and you can find those for your sales. And then like I said, I've got a bunch of patterns that I've saved that, you know, look cool to me or whatever. Well, I've also got some ships, some town supplies that I haven't deposited into any towns yet. And then while I'm here, oh wow, I got some good stuff from that battle. I've got some high-level crew that might be better depending on the situation. I kind of, if it gives me minus to diplomacy, I basically don't want it. Let's see, how are these? Gives me accuracy, subtracts hull, but gives me more armor and repair. I don't like that it takes away from hull too much. And that one, I don't like that it takes away from mobility, but it is kind of better all around. I'm gonna go ahead and do that. That looks like a good one. That one's red, which is lower quality than orange. Red is legendary, orange is mythic, and then this yellow is artifact. Let's see. This gives me more mobility. Less repair, less hull. I do like having mobility. Mobility is kind of like a secondary score that I like to have pretty high. Having repair pretty high as well is pretty good. I like to have everything over 100% in terms of the percentage is based on like what the ship's like default stats are. Right, so I think that's good. And then I can sell the rest of this stuff. None of this is of quality that I care about. This is a first mate. And these guys give me some abilities and stuff too. So my mortar attacks these explosive barrels, and also I think this, the Groglov, I think both of these get affected by these mortar hits. Can do things to my enemies, and then this one's like water barrel hits can do things for my allies that give extra benefits. And then I have this particular mortar, which gives me extra water projectiles, and then limits the amount of mortar projectiles that I get. But yeah, there's lots of complicated system, or lots of relatively simple systems that work together to make a more complicated whole. So yeah, I'm gonna try to sell all this stuff while I'm here in a randomly generated town that has more money. I'm gonna go ahead and sell these, even though it's slightly less than what I could get if I had a higher level town to sell to. And I don't have anything else. And then this is just random trade goods that I've gotten. You're not allowed to put trade goods into your storage, which is a little annoying because I need to grab a bunch of different trade goods for a quest. I think this is the one that I need for Ship of the Line. But also, can I look at the different ships? Right, so you start off with a sloop, and this shows you the layout of the ship that you can get. So I'm currently in a brig, I think. No, am I in a frigate? I forget whether I'm in a frigate. I'm in a brig. So I'm currently using a brigantine. So if I get a town leveled up to 12, I'll be able to get a frigate, which is even bigger than the brig. And these are kind of the base stats that they have, how much cargo space they have. It's always kind of nice having more cargo space to hold on to stuff, but... And these are the ships that I haven't unlocked yet, because I haven't done enough of the quests, basically. Caravel and Zebek are both ship styles that I've unlocked by doing quests. I think Frigate and Brig were also unlocked from quests, but relatively low-level quests. Not sure. Another thing about quests is that you kind of also have to have a high enough reputation to get certain quests as well. So the fact that I did a mission for Syndicate, gave me some reputation with it. And then anytime you sink pirates, you get some reputation with the Valiant. Anytime you sail around and explore an area, if you do like fishing and whatnot, you get some reputation with the Explorers faction, which is Sojourn. Which I like Sojourn because they have the bird, but I like the Exchange because the Exchange is the trading faction. The Consulate is kind of the questing faction. Is kind of what they are. Like their faction is all about like subtly influencing the politics of different areas or whatever. The Free Navy is the faction that you start out as when you first boot up the game. And it's just like it's like not exactly pirates, but they're not tied to any other faction specifically. They kind of have their own reputation. Yeah, a lot of little systems that come together and make a big fun little game. I want to check something actually. So I bought all the supplies at this town. Are there any? Do the towns have their own stock? Yeah, so I think I just got a Sojourn reputation just for the fact of moving around, sailing around, kind of exploring. So if I check out this town, there's also a random crew that's in the water. That was probably a drop by an enemy that got sunk. It's a little silly that the enemy can drop like crew, but again, it's kind of like I said, it's kind of like Diablo, where when you kill enemies, you have a random chance to get gear and stuff as well. So if I go to this town, yeah, no, I think this is based on the
Human Resources 3.
Alright, so now I'm able to just leave the region with this button. I want to go to... I always chuckle at the name of this region, Asshire. Asshire. If I go to Asshire... Right, so I spawn right on top of a town because I'm high level with the Sojourn faction. So that is... Because I'm at respected level with Sojourn.
Why did they name it that XD?
I don't know. That is like one of the random names that's just available. And then I also have this leave region button. So yeah, so once you're reputation 4 with a given faction, you go to one of their regions, you'll spawn at one of the towns, and you'll be able to immediately leave the region from one of those towns as well. Because that's something I was having an issue with too. See how I have this like whole place explored? Well, I might have been at this area or like this port or something at some point, and like I was like, all right, I want to leave the region. Well, to leave a region, normally you have to like leave the map, but then there's this land here, so I couldn't go this way. I sailed along trying to go that way. I started to try and go south to leave the region, and I couldn't leave the region. I had to sail all the way around until I got to here, and I could finally leave the region. Or something like that. It's like, it's kind of ridiculous how much you have to kind of just aimlessly sail around in order to leave a region until you've got this ability. And again, your reputation is reset for every single server that you go on, or anytime that you start a new world. So like that seems like a bit of a hassle But maybe there's a setting that can affect like how quickly you gain reputation whenever you create a new server. And it might be the case that in the future, if I create a new server at some point, I'll make it so that your reputation is like really quick or something. Because that is very quality of life, basically. Yeah, so Bird's Eye Abyss is actually one that I named. I was like, here's a new region, and you can name, whenever you found a new town, you're able to give it a name. And the fact that I own this region, what I could do with this region actually is I could go to one of these towns and set it up so that the governor of this region is somebody from Sojourn. That way, whenever I come to my own region, I'll be able to just immediately hop into one of my towns or whatever. Right, and also I have a courier drop-off here. That's why there's questions on all the different towns. Question mark shows that there's like a quest available or whatever. Oh, locals are voting on the next workshop to be built in the province. Since you helped establish the province or towns in it, I think is the case, you can help them make the decision. Let's go with the lumber mill because I really want. That to get done at some point. Alright, I have a shipment. Someone in this region. Right, so if I go to this, Rowdy is a member of the Free Navy. And then I don't actually necessarily remember who's all in what. What faction. So basically, Lonnie, Ricardo, Abe, or Urin, if I make any of those my governor, that'll make this region a Sojourn faction. Which would allow... Also, I don't know... You also have the option to change your figurehead. I don't know how I unlocked either of these. I don't know how I unlocked these. I actually... I don't know how the figurehead works. But that's another thing that you have cosmetic control over. Also, you can change the color of the fireballs that shoot out of your cannons once you do certain quests. You'll unlock that. Let's see, out of 10,000. Oh. Alright, so we run Abe, Ricardo, or Lonnie. Right, and that's Governor Lonnie. I actually don't have any particular. It doesn't make that much of a difference to me. Oops. No, Sonia's Syndicate, I think. I'll just go with Lonnie because that's one of the names I recognized immediately. No extra tax on goods. I think the sales tax applies to everything. Then there's whether or not there's any extra taxes for the other stuff. I really don't know. But yeah, Lonnie is now the governor. So now, what? Why does it say Free Navy? Maybe it's still. I don't know. Oh, here's a quest that has a specific dye color as the reward. Oh, I can continue a quest with Rowdy. Rough-looking sailor approaches you and hands you a note. The note simply says Visconti. In your puzzled expression, sailor shrugs. Captain, Rowdy said you'd know what it means. I've only been in touch with one Visconti so far, Havana. Perhaps it's worth asking her to see if she knows anything that may be of use. Farewell. Okay. You step on Rowdy's ship and you get closer to the captain's cabin. You catch the now familiar scent of fresh strawberries. I guess that Alvana is already here proves to be correct, as you knock on the door and Rowdy lets you inside. He doesn't waste time on a greeting. I was expecting you days ago. Alvana, sitting on a comfortable-looking sofa, nods at you in greeting. Captain, glad you could make it. Alvana and I were just discussing our next steps. Pour some wine into what appears to be wooden beer mugs. No, into what appear to be wooden beer mugs. Okay. Hands one of them to you and another to Alvana. Seeing her frown, he shrugs an apology. Well, I don't often have visitors. The visitors I do have tend to be different. All roads appear to lead back to her father, so our interests align, at least for the moment. I'll cut straight to it to save you the time. We're going to assemble a raiding party and pay his province a visit. I was thinking, since you're already involved, why don't you join us? I only want my cat back. Alvana, well, her reasons are her own. This means that whatever plunder you may find is going to be yours to keep. Are you interested? Sure, why not? Claps you on the shoulder and gives you a vicious-looking smile. Good. Here's the map with the coordinates. Don't be late. Now if there's nothing else, I'll meet you there. Alrighty. As you prepare to disembark Rowdy's ship, he catches up with you. Vision, yeah? Listen, I wanted to talk to you about Alfana. What about her? He scowls back in the direction of his cabin. I've seen this kind of behavior before. It's inherently self-destructive. You know what she wants, right? She wants violence. She wants revenge? He starts shaking his head before you even finish, as if anticipating this exact response. No, Cap, this isn't revenge. Her father pissed her off, and now she wants to punish him by throwing a tantrum and hurting him. This won't end well. Not for her, not for anyone. So, what do you want me to do? You seem to know her. Talk to her, maybe. I've just met her and she's already giving me the creeps. Thing is, I can tell she's not used to it. Her behavior is very reactionary. She puts on the show, says the things, but she doesn't believe them. Not yet, anyway. But once she starts down this path, there's no going back. She'll drink that bitter rum and she won't be the same after. I've seen this before. I've lost my... Trails off as if catching himself from saying more than he should. A cat. And I intend to get her back, alive. Thing is, Alvana's behavior like that isn't going to help. She's going to shoot first. It's just not the right approach in a hostage situation, if you catch my drift. So I ask you this. If you get a chance to talk to her about it, maybe try to get her to think before she acts. That's all I ask. Why don't you tell her this? Frowns at your question. It'll be better coming from you. Why? Because my character is a lady? No, Cap, I can't stand to do this again. It's not my first shark rodeo. The look he gives makes it clear that he won't elaborate further. Can't do this again. Not my first shark rodeo. Sure. Alright, no promises. Thanks. Nods at you once before heading back to his cabin. Alright, see ya. Okay, Havana. As you approach Havana, she appears to be polishing an intricately decorated pistol. Captain, ready to raid? Is this really what you want? She gives a confused look. Huh? What do you hope to gain from this? She weighs your question carefully before responding. I don't know. You don't know. I just want to give him a bloody nose. He doesn't use violence, you know. He abhors it. Not once has he raised his hand at me, calls violence the last resort of the weak. She pauses before continuing. Guess that makes me weak, then. You want to know something? I don't care. If everything he stands for is what strength looks like, then I don't want to be strong. I'd rather be weak. She looks you square in the eyes. So yes, I'm going to be a pirate for a day. I'm going to loot and pillage his estate. I'm going to break his precious little things. Maybe, just maybe, it'll feel good. I don't know, but I'm going to find out. I don't expect you to understand. Seems some flawed logic, I guess. How's that? know which response I care for. I'd rather like be upfront, like, all right, so I don't know. I don't know what I would rather say in this scenario. Like, Rowdy had his reservations, shall we say, about this. I guess you should try to be better, not worse. That's what my mother used to say. She's never mentioned her mother, I don't think. Lana goes quiet for a while before speaking again. You're right, this isn't like me. Even saying these things makes me feel wrong. Every instinct I have is screaming at me right now, telling me to be better. I don't know what to think anymore. She sighs again and looks defeated. I'll go talk to Rowdy. Thank you. Alright. Well, now what? We gotta go find Rowdy again now? We found in the province of... That's where I'm at. Okay. Oh, interesting. That's weird. Okay. Alright. Well, either way, we still go to that and do the raid. I guess we mostly convinced her not to go directly to her father's estate to cause any issues, specifically towards him or whatever. I don't know. But now we remind her of her mother. Lovely. Do 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 do. All right, unresolved issues. Let's go. Captain, there's a fierce battle happening in the distance. All right, let's try and fight. All right, so effectively, we want to take control of this region with Rowdy, Free Navy, sure. So it's almost like we're the pirates here, and are we gonna be fighting like exchange ships because her dad is, oh hey, it's Rowdy.
I have topped the away now. Good luck and have fun with the game 3.
Alright. I hope you get a chance to try it out, and hope you enjoy it.
Thank you.
Thanks for hanging out for a little bit. Appreciate it. Alright. So we're gaining reputation with Rowdy as we do this. Yeah, so, oh yeah, so these are exchange we're fighting, because her father was with the exchange. She's with the consulate. Oof. Her father is famous for like making some of the most money or whatever with the exchange. Where's Rowdy? I want to hang out with Rowdy. So I get the impression Rowdy had a former lover who kind of went down the revenge path and didn't quite come out the same at the end of it. He doesn't want to see the same happen to Alvana. Where are we going? This is what you want to see in this game is faction battles over a region. Because it seems like the game most of the time you're gonna be, each of the factions are kind of at peace with one another. Like they don't fight for control over any regions or anything. Like it's almost as if every faction is the consulate and they only obtain control over any given region via democratic manipulation and whatnot. Whoa. Where did Rowdy end up? All right, now we've got the remaining respawns available. Is that Rowdy? No, that's not Rowdy. Where's Rowdy? Oh. Do. Oh dear. This is not a good position. Where's Rowdy? I was chilling with Rowdy at one point, but kind of just fell behind it at some point. I was like, all right, I'm not gonna just sit around waiting for Rowdy. There you are. Where are we going? Stay afloat there, Rowdy. Actually, I'm hoping I stay afloat too. Goodness gracious. Oh shit, where did oh gosh, did Rowdy sink? Damn. There's Rowdy again. So we can catch up and keep him from getting sunk this time. Ah, damn it. Turned the other way I expected it to. Close enough to them? Not quite. Oh, but we did improve their their self-repair ability a little bit. Let's go. Again, it's really hard to see Who's an ally? Who's an enemy? With so many ships around. Where's Rowdy? He's all the way over there. Watch out, Rowdy. Oh yeah. Get wrecked, Ivana's dad. Ivana's despicable dad. What's wrong? Come a little closer. Do. Where are we going? Oh. Alright, we gotta sink the magnate of the region, I guess. No, Rowdy! Oof. Watch out! Oh, watch out, Rowdy! Yo, let's go. Artie's already down there. Fighting the last of the exchange in the area. Excuse me? Can we capture this, please? Team? It's like the last thing we need to do here? Excuse me. Ugh. Find Rowdy smiling at you. He appears to be cradling something against his chest. Fission, my friend. He lifts his hands towards you, and you notice that the black ball in his hands appears to have a pair of green eyes staring right at you. I found her. Alvano is right after all. That bastard father of hers was behind it all. His house guards were all cowards. They fled as soon as they saw us approach. He spits at the ground in disgust. Looted his house, and Lucy was there waiting. Corner of the dining room. At least he treated her well enough. The cat purrs contentedly as Rowdy pets her gently. Thank you, my friend. You've done me a real solid here, and I won't soon forget it. If you ever need anything, if someone crosses you or looks at you funny, know this. I'll always have your back. All you need is ass. Oh, and before I forget, I found an interesting blueprint in his vault that you might find useful. I was going to keep it, but you've more than earned it for your help this day. It's all yours. Hands you an intricate blueprint of a large ship with the word galleon written in bold letters above it. He gives a firm handshake, turns his attention back to his cat, and walks back to his cabin, a joyous smile on his face, pushing the scowl away. See you, Rowdy. Nice. We also... oh yeah. Some cheap town supplies. I forgot to sell any of these to one of my towns, but it's all good. Sort it out at some point. Oh, this is gonna be real nice. Look at all this. Ooh. I don't know. I'm not sure how much I want to blow anything. Alright. I'm gonna hold on to this actually as something that I might use eventually. Let's go ahead and look at my... let's see... haste at the expense of 2 hull. That's a big loss to hull. We can finally get rid of that, I think. Holy cow. I'll sell that, but wow, what is up with that? is ridiculously valuable for something low level. This is trash. This is all effectively trash. Alright, let's see, what can we sell here? That's fine. That's fine. This one we want to hold on to and sell for as close to its price as we can get. That would be nice. Nice. Oh shit, even more town supplies? Let's fucking go. Gotta get all the cheap town supplies we can get. I have to sail around a few of my provinces here. I assume I want to talk to Elvana now. Okay. Probably doesn't count in these regions. Alright. Let's head to Bird's Eye Abyss, because actually, I really want... Nice. I want to sell... some supplies here. Okay, so we have to wait 5 minutes before we can talk to Elvana again. Okay, so there's that. Let's go to one of the other towns in this region. I wish I could just... Alright, so this town can use some town supplies. I want to see my this. raids. Because why not? I don't care. Just masonry. Alright, so now. So I guess. Okay, you know, maybe what it is that it's the other things in the place that get upgraded by doing trading, and it's the town that grows based on town supplies, maybe plus the other stuff. Unlock the galleon. There's something else that I can unlock in the meantime. 600 support. Galleon has the best support rating that I've seen so far. Probably gonna eventually want to have one of each of the highest levels of ships. Probably want like one. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I don't know if that extends if you get more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, so I guess I'll want to hold on to my rig. Excuse me. Do I have talent points I haven't spent? I do. Let's get that maxed out, I guess, as a support. No, we'll max out that, the damaging stuff to enemies. And then we'll get this, and then we'll get that, and then we'll be able to get that. Water strength. Wait. Oh, I can get that early. I didn't know that. Huh. I thought you had to spend 40 points in the given tree for the commanding presence. Huh. I kind of like focusing on the volley, or not volley, the explosive barrel mortar. Shares cooldown with the Groglob. long after your knock on our cabin's door, Ivana opens it for you and lets you inside with a smile. So, 5 of my crew mysteriously failed to show up for their assignments this morning. Isn't that curious? I suppose I have to find a new cook, quartermaster, and first mate now, among others. I know I shouldn't be surprised, but I still am. My father's fingers were dug even deeper into my life than I was willing to consider. She gestures for you to sit down and takes the seat herself. Listen, I didn't forget what you said about how you helped me take the high route. I know I still have too much of my father in me. I can be controlling, demanding, manipulative. You may know that I can be callous at times. The truth is, as much as I'd love to blame it all on my father raising me this way and pretend that if I simply lived without him, I will somehow magically turn into the fluffy pink unicorn overnight, it wouldn't be true now, would it? Wouldn't it? Would it? Deep down, I think I'm just like him, and it's not something that can change. Sure, but you can still be better. I can try. Alright. Oh, that reminds me, I have something for you. Hands you a parchment with instructions written on it. It's an old recipe my father shared with me years ago. If you add these ingredients to your gunpowder, it will alter the color of the fire, making it more yellow. Perhaps you'll find it useful. Thanks. Well, better go. I have to find those crew replacements before we have to set sail again. It was wonderful to see you again, though. Don't be a stranger. Alright, see ya. Cool. Well, that's her story completed. Man, what other stories do I have yet to work on? Right. Still need to get stuff upgraded. This was quite a long story. Transit deception. Okay, right, so what's going on here? Oh, this was... Yeah, Lizzie. Meeting with, Lizzie, who's... Okay, so that should be done. Hoping you do something about that for me. Greatly in your debt. Your vantage point, you know, they're gentle. There's taking them by hair. Right, do I want to talk to Sonia then? Perhaps. Oh, I need to talk to what's his name? Of the Valiant, Marseille. Where can I find Marseille? Be found in Corliss. Right up there. Okay. Lead region. Nice. Corliss. Lovely. Marseille. He ushers you into his quarters and closes the door behind you for privacy. Welcome back, Cap. What have you learned? Relay the story of Bella. Marseille listens as you tell your story. I'm surprised you were able to get Bella to open up like that, but what she said lines up with what I've been able to find about this Jaylee. She's one sour apple by all accounts. It appears she has gathered quite a few pirates to her cause as of late, though Bella's most recent efforts have been able to weaken Jaylee's forces somewhat. I haven't had much luck in narrowing down where she operates from, as all I have to go by are vague descriptions. What we need is a cartographer. We need Abe. If anyone can take a description and turn it into a location for us to check out, it's him. Take this parchment. It outlines everything I've learned based on the witness descriptions. Visit Abe and see if he can give us an exact location. Alright, we gotta visit Abe. Here's a parchment along with yet another sack of coins. Safe travels, Caps, and thanks. We're getting close, I can feel it. Need you out of your quarters, but do farewell. Alright. We gotta go talk to Sonia, maybe? It's obvious before you even get close that Sonia is extremely busy with something, as she is having hushed conversations with several people near her, discussing a pair of documents lying on her desk. She waves at you as she notices your approach. Captain, what brings you back? Stopping by to say ahoy. Alright. Okay, so we can't talk to her yet. I think maybe we need to get more reputation with Syndicate to be able to work on her story some more. Possibly. So we'll deal with that for now. In the meantime, we do need to talk to Abe. Do we have anything to talk to with Red? No, she just wants to let us join the Sojourn. Sponsor. So do you have to like join with every single particular individual to get rid of that dialogue option? Now I'm stuck as Sojourn for a little bit, I guess. Because in order to change back I have to wait an hour. Which kind of sucks. Alright, we gotta go find Abe. Where can I find him? Found in Torwick. Alright. New region into Torwick. So, what factions am I closest to being level 4 with? 18, 18, 26. So if I do a quest with Valiant, to... That'll get me closer to being able to have the fast travel in Valiant territories. Alright, Abe. Good to see you again, Captain. What brings it back? Can you narrow down a location for me? He takes the parchment from you and unrolls it, reading through its contents. Based on the description, I'd say it's not far from here. What's this about, anyway? It's a job for Marseille. Ah, pirate related then, if I was to guess. Alright, say no more. Here, I'll mark the area on your map. It's not an exact location, but it should get you close enough. If it's a pirate cove, Barrage should be able to do the rest. Good sailing, Captain. As you look at the map, you realize it's probably best to let Marseille or Bella know of this discovery. Let's start with Marseille. Back already, Cap? We have a rough location. Shakes his head. Perfect, but there's someone that would be interested in this much more than I. You should go to Bella. Oh, and don't go to her alone. Help her see this through. Oh, don't let her go alone. Help her see this through. Gives you a respectful amount. Good luck, Cap. See you. Alright. Abe. Yeah, he's got that dialogue option to join the Sojourn as well. I guess. Alright, so Bella. She's able to be found in my region. Okay. We slip on out of here. Hopefully we can get out of here. Yarr. Alright. Well, luckily we're able to destroy in this territory. Because fuck that. Alright, Bella. Catch Bella not engaged in combat for a change. She greets you with a raised eyebrow as she leans over the railing of her ship, watching your approach. It isn't Captain Fission the Persistent. A sly smile makes its way onto her face, breaking the scowl, even if for a moment. I have Jaylee's approximate location. That gets her attention. Her back straightens as she moves towards you. Show me. Just show her. She examines the marked location with great interest. I know this place. It won't be an easy fight, but this has to be put to rest once and for all. She turns to face you, the scowl on her face softening with her next words, spoken with reluctance. I could use your help. Of course. Alright, here's the plan. We go in, smash her defenses, we sink everyone that stands in our way. Any questions? Jaylee? She's mine. Her tone leaves no room for debate. Let's go then. Permanent scowl on her face is back, except this time with an added fierce intensity. Game time. Alright. Cool. Let's go. Leave region. Pirate Queen. All hands to deck, sails ho. Join the fight. Gonna be getting some experience with Valiant, aren't we? Yeah, makes sense. Keep our eyes out for Bella. We can try to follow her around specifically, just for the fun and roleplay of it. Oh, there she is already. Already in the thick of it, as she would be. Oh, that wouldn't not far enough. Where's Bella? Bella's stuck. feel like Bella is stuck. Correct. Well, I think Bella's stuck there, so you know, we'll leave her to it. Maybe she'll get out at some point. Ow. Oh gosh, where's any allies? This little bit of water here seems to be a trap that some allies are getting stuck in, including Bella. Oh, jeez. Oh, hello. Yep, no, there's two allies stuck there. Oh no. What? Get ignited, bitches. Oh, jeez. Bunch of enemies. All right. Go ahead and head towards this objective. Trust that my allies can keep a hold of that. Or at least contest their takeover of it. That was easy. All right. We did it. What? Or not. Wahoo. Victorious, we meet Bella back on our ship. She appears surrounded by her crew. There's a small woman on her knees in front of Bella, hands and feet bound. Captain Fission, look whom I've found. Gestures toward the bound woman. Is that Jaylee? Sure is. Doesn't look like so scary now, does she? Bella grabs Jaylee by her hair and forces her to look up. The captive's eyes are full of venom as she looks up at her captor. So now what? Our laws regarding piracy are pretty clear. There's only one possible outcome. The only question is how. Any suggestions? It's your decision. Bella's hand flashes almost too quickly for you to notice, but the small dagger suddenly protruding from Jaylee's heart is hard to miss. She collapses with a thud. It's done. Without another word, Bella turns around and walks to her quarters, closing the door behind her. The crew stands around for a few moments longer, looking at each other as if expecting more, before dispersing with a few grumbles. Knock elicits no response. Wait, I'll intrude. Bella stands leaning on the windowsill with her back towards you and doesn't seem to acknowledge your presence. You catch a faint sound that seems out of place. Almost a sob. You okay? She doesn't turn to face you and her voice is unnaturally flat as she responds. No, I'm not okay. I just killed my friend. Yeah. Thought it'd be easier. Thought I wouldn't feel anything. She was long dead to me. Why do I feel like crap? You're only now mourning her. Loss. Never properly did it in the past. Sure, I guess I let my hand down at some point. Thanks, I'll be fine, just need time. Should probably let Marseille know that it's over. She gives a brief nod and smile. Sure. Alright, I'll leave you. She's still stuck in that area. Alright. Let's see. We got more. let's go. Let me check. I'll sell that. Ooh, diplomacy. Honest repairs. It's 20, 18, 17, 20. That's 2. Alright. Neat. That's fine. 35, yeah. Alright. Still haven't seen a sail pattern that looks like a bird at all. Okay. Let's get out of here. Back to there. This is my region. I guess I want it to be fully upgraded as possible. Just go ahead and focus on some growth here. Sell that, and we'll head south. Get the other towns loaded up. Actually, hold on. Damn. Is there any chance we can build another town in the region? Treasure, courier run. Operations, patrol. Okay, we'll go ahead and build a defensive structure over here. Once again, check out the last one. Do, 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 do. I'm not going to be able to put it here, am I? Because the lighthouse is too close. Wait. It's probably from a cow. Probably. Ooh, settle a new province. Sure. That's always fun. Access to jute. Access to limestone, but not both. Limestone and jute. There we go. What the fuck? What? What the fuck? Where? Why? What happened? Why can't we settle here? What the fuck just happened? Why can't... What happened? Too far from... Too far? What the fuck does that supposed to mean? What do you mean we're too far from Bird's Eye? You're settlers! What the fuck? Oh. Cedarwood timber. Pinewood timber. Ashwood timber. Flax. Minerals. Hematite. Oh. Oakwood, Ashwood, granite, firwood. Fuck it. Cedar. Is it this one? Flax, pinewood, pinewood, and flag. Go with this. Fuck it. Aw, man. Does anyone want to name this province? Because I don't know what to name it. I don't know what to name this province. Woodcutting. I don't know what to name it. We gotta get out, get into harm's way. It won't grow without your assistance. Well, neither will anywhere else. Right. This looks like it's what am I supposed to be doing again? I don't know, like, who I need to talk to or what I need to do these days. Where do I need to go? Who do I need to talk to? I need to get these supplies. I could maybe just hop into a you know what? Just for the sake of getting this done on this fucking world, I'm gonna do something. I'm gonna disconnect from my server. I'm gonna go ahead and go to the Tasharin server. And oh, I don't have the quest here to do this. I need to know what I need to get. I should have wrote that down first. So let me go to my server, which gives me my workshop to build next. Brewery it is. Alright, so I need exceptional quality lumber 12. Hold on. Here, you know what? I'll write it in this somewhere. Not guides. I'm gonna make notes. Is there not? I swore there was like a notes. There it is. Alright. So I need exceptional quality lumber 12. I need steel 8. And the other thing I need 8 of as well, and that is cloth, silk cloth, I'd say. Yeah, so that's what I need to search and find in a different server, because I want to just get this mission done before necessarily getting the towns built up. So we go here. So now I don't have that necessarily anymore. Anyway. Ooh. If it was a legendary water firefighter's mortar, I would have been like all up on it, but let's see. So what I needed to do, oh yeah, rumors. I need exceptional quality lumber. Exceptional quality lumber. Where can I buy that? It can be bought in Shellwood. Excellent. Alright, can we leave the town? Okay, Shellwood. Fucking Shellwood. Try to remember that. I'm just gonna go this direction because I know for a fact that I can escape this fucking region by going this way. Wait, is this the edge of the... Oh, this is the edge of the map as well. That's silly. So silly. I didn't think to go this way. Shellwood. Let's go. Okay. Yeah, so on this server, I don't have as much reputation with all the different factions, so that's annoying. Hopefully they have at least 12 that I can buy. I'm trying to move on. Right. Oh yeah, I'm here to buy exceptional quality wood. Lumber. Exceptional quality lumber. I need 12. Excellent. Qui has connected. Good for them. And then I also need steel. Oh, they have steel. Let's go. Need 8 of that. And then cloth. Silk cloth. Just that? Ah, there was only one. Alright. Silk cloth. Most abundant in Mackinac. I don't know which direction to go. Look out of here. I already forgot what it was called. Mackinac. That's what it was. Sonia. Oh yeah, this is this quest. We're gonna go ahead and just skipping on the dialogue because we're done. We done now. Cool. Alright, so here I'm able to buy enough silk, right? Silk clothes. Silk cloth. So I need 7 more. Alright, so now what we can do, resell this cloth. Alright, so now we can head back to my server. And we can take this stuff to Abe. We found in the province of Proworth. Awesome. Abe, let's go. Marseille, what's up? I'm Marseille in his quarters, going over something with no other than Elfinora Matrini. To go quiet as you enter. Ah, Cap, come on. Oh, let's pick this up later? El nods at Marseille and gives you an appraising look on our way out. Captain? As Marseille starts collecting the documents on his desk, you notice a sketch of what appears to be some kind of giant tentacle. You quickly put it out of your mind as he speaks. So, Cap, what's the word? It's over. Bella got her revenge, and the pirate queen be no more. Claps his hands together and smiles widely. Finally, some great news. We're going to need her focus for what's ahead. What's that? Waves his hand dismissively. Nothing you to be concerned with just yet. We'll let you know when the time comes. Well, ordinarily, I'd give you your reward and send you on your merry way. The way you handled Bella gave me a better idea. You may have seen the very large ships many of us have been sailing in. Would you like a blueprint so that you can build your own? Ship of the line? That's the one. Here. Hands you a carefully wrapped scroll with a smile. I trust that this will be adequate compensation for your efforts. Just in case it's not, produces another sack of coins, which he promptly hands to you. Now listen. I'd love for you to stick around and chat. There's something I must look into. Please, don't take offense. Understood. I have a feeling I'm gonna come calling on you again soon, but until then, safe travels, Captain. Puts you on your shoulder one last time before you take your leave. See ya. Alright. Abe. What do you got? Abe nods at you politely as you enter. Captain, I got the word that you acquired all the necessary supplies. I trust this wasn't too much of a challenge for someone in your skills and connections. Actually, it was a challenge. He winces slightly. Well, please accept my apologies. In any case, we had a deal. I intend to honor it. I made a copy of the blueprint for you, as promised. Here you are. I see the blueprint, carefully packaged inside a hollow tube. I hope to see you sailing it, Captain. I hope you will enjoy it. In the meantime, I will have my crew unload your ship for you. Thanks. There a toast? He blinks at you, caught by surprise. A toast, Captain? What do you mean? Must you be so formal all the time, Abe? He smiles with a hint of shyness. Ah, it's true. I suppose I can let go from time to time. My work certainly keeps me occupied. Very well, Captain. Walks over to a nearby cabinet, opens it to reveal several bottles of fine wine. Takes one out and examines it thoughtfully. This bottle dates back 120 years. I pulled it out of a wreck back when I was just 16. Pauses and glances at you before making up his mind and opening it with a loud pop. He pours some in a pair of glasses and hands one to you with a respectful nod of his head. What are we toasting to? Sojourn, I guess. Oh. He nods at you and smiles before clicking his glass, beers, swallowing the red liquid with one gulp. His face turns red almost immediately. Oh, that's... bloody hell, that's quite the kick. Costin shakes his head, trying his best to recover. Oof. Sorry about that, I don't usually partake in alcohol. You're slightly embarrassed. Thanks again, Captain, but I do have a fair bit of work that needs my attention. I do hope that you will enjoy your new ship. Once you get it built, that is. He gives you one last curt nod and apparent farewell before taking his leave. See you. Alright. Abe, good to see you again. What brings you back? Alright. I think that's a joint sojourn discussion ability. Alright, so. So that's that. That's that Caravel, Billender, Galleon, and Ship of the Line. So I have all ships unlocked as being able to be purchased. Holy cow. That is awesome. I think the one I want to use the most is the Galleon because that's going to be the most support I can provide as a base level. I'll look forward to that. So I need to get a town to level 14 to be able to get it created. In the meantime, I want to work on getting some more... Oh, goodness gracious. Anyway, I want to work on some quests to get some more progress with my connections. So, what do we got? Valiant is at 2,800. I mean, if I focus on the consulate, that's the one that's one of my lowest. On the other hand, if I work with Syndicate, that's my absolute lowest. Let's see if I can do a quest for Syndicate. Do I need to, like, focus on... to do that. I don't really know how to specifically get a Sylvester car. Sylvester Gar. I'll do that. Pick up in Proworth. That's where I'm at right now, right? Sylvester sent me. Alright, let's go. Drop off in Dragon's Maw. Is it because I went by the Citadel that I'm getting suspicion? That's interesting. That's something to keep in mind then. fucking excuse me? There's like a billion ships here. Let me, let's try that again. Oh my gosh. What the fuck? How are you supposed to do this? This is literally impossible. Oh my gosh. What the actual fuck was up with that? Wow. So anyway, this will give me some reputation with Sylvester. Guess. I don't know what's necessarily the fastest way to gain reputation. I presume the some of the combat quests. Alright, well this is only a single ship and I sailed by it pretty quick, so fine. Sylvester came through, I'll be damned. See, you lose reputation for certain quests. So I really don't want to do any sojourn quests because fucking... Okay, so we want to expand this town, actually. Get exchange reputation for upgrading towns, apparently. We want to get exchange upgraded as well, too, huh? Set our flag to Syndicate. That will guarantee that we get Syndicate reputation for pretty much anything we do. I think. I really don't know how your ship's flag works exactly. Well, in accordance with the quest, the Syndicate was only just established. Pretty much. Alright, well anyway. Let's see what quests we can get here. Establish a new town. We'll do that. That's always nice. Oh, nice. We can have the town be on the same, like, our island as this town. Kraland. Anyone got any recommendations for a town name? Otherwise, I'm gonna just let it be one of the default ones. Since this isn't one of my, yeah, this isn't one of my regions. Anyone? Anyone? Bueller? Bueller? Anyone? Recommendations onto a town name? Yes? No? Maybe so? Oh, what? Everyone who watches streams in the background on Twitch does... If the tab's not in focus, oh my gosh. Wow. Can I forward this to my own channel? That's scummy. Disable page visibility API. Yes, that's the thing, I guess. So I guess my lurks weren't counting for people. To some extent. hopefully this starts getting people's lurks to count again. Or my lurks to count 4 people again. Anyway, sorry, somebody did a ping and I got distracted by it. Anyway, no recommendations for the new town. We're gonna go ahead and, just have a go. Alright, with that, since it's a new town, we might as well go ahead and give it some expansion. Alright, so I need to get to level 16 to be able to buy anything, but I need level 14 for the one that I really want. Oh, but I can. Ooh, that's tempting. I'd have less cargo space with the Zabak. Oh no, wait. Zabak is the Free Navy's take on the Brig. Brig is what I currently have. Caravel exceeds at any roll. Additional first mate. It's pretty quick too. Compared to some other ships. There's a slightly weaker than my current ship though, but it's fine. Huh. Yeah, I think I really just want to focus on getting the galleon. Oh, dual mortars? Oh. Ooh. That sounds really good. Oh man, maybe we will want to go with a full. Abe. Can't talk to him about anything. Okay. Yeah. Galleon's gonna be good. Oh, I look forward to that. Anyway, domination, team domination, survival. My syndicate is my weakest. Fuck it. Let's just get going with doing as many of these sorts of missions as possible. To get as much progress on reputation as possible, as quickly as possible. The other thing is I'm gonna have to actually spend all my town supplies I get from buying them off of these missions. Jeez. Let's go. Oh yeah, and I'm getting Syndicate because I'm flying the Syndicate flag, I think. Get an extra Syndicate reputation. Let's go. Alright, I guess I'm going for this one. Damn. Come on. It's got me facing the wrong direction. Jeez. Oh gosh. Oh. Gosh. Where are all our allies? They are like, gosh, enemies are all grouped up over there. That's rough. Let's go this way. That's where some of our allies are. Maybe I can get to them before they all die. They're capturing that. Let's see if we can help this guy out. Okay. do. You're losing allies faster than we're killing enemies. Ow. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Ow. Ow. improvements on the Ah.
Freaking pierogies for lunch. Do you want any or no?
Sure.
Sure. You gonna come up with the time for my lunchtime?
Maybe. I'm done with this region.
Let me just bring down the
No, I'll be coming up.
food. Okay.
Hopefully.
Oh.
B. Let's go. How are we doing? Okay, we're doing better than that. That's good. Correct. Let's go. Alright, they're out of reinforcements. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Ra-pa-pa-pum. Nice. Let's go. Alright, let's go ahead and alright, they're capturing that. Good. They're capturing that. Good. Okay. Let's head over that way. Somebody's going there, right? Okay, that's taken care of, and somebody is working on capturing that. There's somebody behind me who can work on capturing this. So continue on and capture that. Looks like we're gonna have to go all the way up there to capture that. Somebody's here already, so... Scent of dread hangs thick in the air. Pirate King Tanak. We are going to have to deal with a boss, so to speak. Let's see where they show up. There he is. To the north. Hopefully we can finish this off in about within the 8 minutes or so. Let's go, he's wrecked. Alright, well, someone will capture that for us. We'll go ahead and head to the southeast here. Wait. Yeah, east. I get my west and east confused sometimes for some fucking reason. So how's our reputation doing here? That's cool. Grr. Wahoo! Alright, let's see. Is any of this good for my ship? These are high enough level, really. Okay. Just give me. Who was this? That looks nice. Kind of. Looks kind of like wings. Unfortunately, it's not quite the right color. So it's probably better for a background image. What the fuck? Unfortunately, it's kind of covered up with that. Let's grab a red, orange, yellow. Blue and a white to putz with. So yeah, the background of that. Makes it more striking. It's interesting. That's a bit disappointing that it's purple. It's an interesting symbol. I think I'll go ahead and have that as like my only sail then, as opposed to having a multiple thing going. Well, let's take a peek at this quick. Yeah, no, I don't want that. Right, well, that's neat. These commodities now. Lots of lumber. Do I know where there's a sawmill? Okay, asked about a sawmill. And then did they have... Well, they only had a tiny bit of supplies for me to buy. You know what? This might be good as well. I don't think I have that. That might be a good one to use. Alright, leave. Back to my main area. To the town. Sell some supplies. Region to upgrade a bit. Okay. Oh, and we can sell some of this lumber and stuff. Sweet. Cool. Cool. Alright. Well, that's gonna be it for me for today. So, we've done most of the quests. I assume that I have to get a better ranking with Syndicate to unlock the next quest. It was mentioned in a Discord thread I read about how to progress in the game, basically. Get the unlock raids and stuff, because I think I've done every other quest line. So I think the next quest that I should have available will unlock raids. And I assume that I need to have Syndicate reputation to get to it, but we're gonna work on a reputation with everyone, and I want to get to at least 4 reputation with everyone so that we can very quickly do stuff in a given region that we need to go to. But yeah. Legible text. Alright. We're going to be done for now then. So thank you for your time, and we'll see you next time.